Today marks 14 years since the start of DACA, and the program has given young immigrants the ability to have work permits, driver's licenses, and other opportunities.
But years after it began, the program is in limbo, and active DACA recipients are worried about its uncertainty. KCRA 3's Maricela de la Cruz heard from an immigration attorney and a DACA recipient who recently saw impacts to his status.
14 years ago today, DACA opened the door for hundreds of thousands of young immigrants brought to the U.S. as children to live and work legally.
Damn, it's been that long.
And Christian Hernandez Carrillo is one of more than 500,000 people who continue to benefit from the program.
It's shaped my life that I've been able to get a job and not live in fear.
Despite its longevity, DACA's future remains uncertain. While the program provides work authorization and temporary protections, it does not offer a pathway to citizenship.
It's been a very, very difficult situation to be in, knowing that they have some kind of status here, but it's not a complete protection. And all of them have built their families here, their careers here, their employment here. They have assets, they purchased homes. But the fact that they're still subject to removal leaves them just in a very precarious state of fear.
In recent months, some recipients have faced renewal delays that left them unable to work. The Department of Homeland Security says most DACA recipients arrested by ICE have been charged with or convicted of crimes. Still, some recipients fear that encounters with law enforcement could put them at risk.
Well, it's pretty scary because I didn't want to lose my job, like I said, or get in trouble with the law, and then they're just deporting anybody now.
Hernandez Carrillo was among those impacted, spending just over 2 months without DACA status while waiting for his renewal to be processed. A time filled with angst.
Well, we had a few trips planned, and we had to cancel them because my real ID had expired, and I needed the DACA to renew it.
As the program enters its 15th year, immigration attorneys say the temporary nature of DACA continues to create uncertainty for recipients.
Well, the biggest threat, I think, is that continued threat of deportation, knowing that deferred action is not an end-all and be-all against removal, and the fact that there are continued efforts to get rid of DACA.
And for recipients who continue to qualify for DACA, there is still hope that Congress could one day create a pathway to permanent legal status.
Hopefully one day being able to be here without fear of getting deported.
Maricela de la Cruz, KCRA 3 News.
And current recipients can still renew their DACA status for now, but the future of DACA may ultimately be decided in the courts. A case making its way through the federal courts in Texas is expected to reach the U.S. Supreme Court within the next 2 years, leaving many recipients in limbo unless Congress acts first.